You can get way more done in way less time than you can imagine, but you have to be disciplined in choosing only the essential tasks, outsourcing what isn't important or essential or stuff that you absolutely hate doing, and setting aside blocks of time where you can focus on your most important tasks and getting them done. Now, if you want to optimize your life without wasting time, grab your free life map below. Chronic fatigue syndrome left me with less time to run my business. It took me from working 10 to 12 hour days on a regular basis to only having 2 to 3 hours a day that I could put into my work. That meant I could not do everything anymore. I had to be absolutely ruthless with what I was doing. I had to stop and think, all right, well, what is the most important things here? What am I actually getting a result from? And what am I just not really seeing much from? What's the best bang for my buck? What's the best return on investment that I can get? And so 12 hours of a day down to 2 or 3 hours a day. There was a lot of things that I had to cross off my list. And there was a lot of things in there that I was doing that weren't actually getting me any sort of result at all. Things that were just a big waste of time job. And it's funny to look back on now because I am now so disciplined in how I live my life and how I spend my time that there are certain things that just wouldn't even go into the conversation anymore. If I'm producing some sort of a content or some sort of a marketing piece, I want to know that I'm getting some sort of a return on that. It must be something to do with client retention or getting new clients. Otherwise, what's the point? When I did this with my business, I found it very difficult at the initial stages. And after a while, I found that a lot of those things just didn't matter. They weren't important to me. It was a waste of time. And then I got better at the things that I was focusing my time on. And then those things that I got better at had a bigger result because I did them at a higher quality. And the same thing will work for you. Sometimes you have to cut away what is not necessary, what is a waste of time. Sometimes you have to stop and think, really sit down and analyze everything you're doing to see what is actually worthwhile or what is just there to fill in time. See, when you run a business, often you do the things that you think you're supposed to do, but they're not always absolutely necessary. Just because someone's told you that you have to do things this way doesn't mean you have to. An entrepreneur will look at a business and just be like, yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm going to do things my way. And that's why all of these businesses operate in a slightly different manner, which gives you a little bit more freedom within your business to choose how to do things work, how to do things your way, how to make things work for you in the best possible way, how to do less and get more return out of it. So let's go through the 3 steps that I recommend over everything else. First of all, do only what's essential. What is absolutely essential for your business right now? And if it's not your business, what about your life? What's absolutely essential in your life right now? To use my life as an example, one of the things that I've been working on is trying to rehabilitate the arch in my foot because it's collapsed from years of inactivity. Just on one foot, and I've got a program that I can do and all the equipment. And if I do that every single day, it takes up too much of my time and energy. It doesn't work. But I can do this 3 days a week and still get majority of the benefit out of it. In fact, that works for me better than it does doing it every single day. So what do you do every single day in your business that is absolutely necessary or not necessary? It could be checking on your social media on a daily basis. It could be posting on your social media on a daily basis. Do you absolutely need to do that? Or could you potentially set your social media up so that you do all the work for that and you create all the content in one day and then you schedule it all up for the rest of the week and you forget about it? That could be one strategy that you use. It saves you a whole load of time and you're focusing only on that one thing for one day. It might only be a few hours and all of a sudden you have this set up. Rather than coming and doing it every single day and having to get yourself into the headspace to do that, you just get it all done. What do you need to cut out of your workday? Where are you wasting time? Spending time having too many meetings? There's a lot of companies these days that are having meetings and getting all of these people all together, and you're talking about something, but you're talking about the same thing over and over, or the same person says the same thing over and over, and 3 out of the 5 people in there are just like, this is a massive waste of time. Is this absolutely necessary? Is there a better way of doing things? Or can we have a 2-minute meeting where everyone speaks for 30 seconds and that's it? So go through all the different aspects of your business and list them down, all the different jobs that you have to do, and see what's important, see what's not important. What's an absolute high priority job? What's a medium priority? What's a low priority job? For you, as the business owner or the manager, you pick what's most important for you, what's absolutely essential for you. If it's your life and you list all the different things you want to do in a day, have a look what's absolutely important and what's not so important. What's essential and what's not essential. What can you cross off, or what can you just move to different days or times? What can you reduce the time in? Because once you're aware of what everything that you're doing, you've got a chance of being able to do something about it. Let's move on to step number 2. Outsource the things that you either don't want to do or aren't worth your time. Again, this is for business and personal. On a business point of view, if you hate doing all the administration work, find an admin assistant to be able to do that for you. If you can't find an admin person to be able to do that for you because you'd have to explain too much, maybe you need to set up some systems, record some training videos, or write some stuff down so you've got a training manual that you can hand to an assistant and say, hey, I need you to do these things. Here's exactly how to do it. And now you've taught one time and they can learn it. And even if you need to find somebody else again, you've already got the information there that you can just hand over to the new person and bang, they can go through and do it for you. You've outsourced a task that you don't want to do or isn't worth your time. What's the point of you doing a job that's only worth $20 an hour when you could be doing something that's $200 an hour? If you do that $20 an hour job, you're now losing $180 for that hour of work. That is absolutely crazy. If you're not great at doing your marketing, maybe you need somebody to do your marketing for you. Maybe you need to employ a marketing person or work with an agency to do it. Maybe you need to just come up with the creative side of things and how you like things to be, and have somebody else take the job and run with it, because they're probably going to do it at a better quality than you are if you absolutely hate it or you're just not good at that side of things. Maybe that's something you need to learn, but for now, getting somebody else to do that particular thing is probably going to be a huge advantage for you. And again, if it costs you less to get them to do that thing for you, let's say it costs you $50 an hour to pay the agency to do it, and you're earning $200 an hour, you're still $150 an hour up. And that's a big deal. On a personal level, if you've got gardening at your house and you hate doing the gardening, maybe you hire someone to do your gardening for you. If you can't afford a company, there might be a local neighborhood kid who wants to come and do it at a cheaper rate. You don't like cooking food, or you're just not good at the discipline behind cooking food or eating healthily. Maybe you need to find a company that can produce the meals for you and have them delivered, so all you need to do is just heat them up. Whatever it is, there are solutions that you can outsource things to that will save you time. It might cost you money to be able to save yourself time, but for some people that's more important. If you've got enough money but you don't have enough time, buy back your time with money. If you can earn more money doing this by paying somebody else to do this, you're now buying back your time with money. And that is a huge thing. Let's move on to number 3, focused work. Focused work is paramount to you getting the important things done in your life when you're in a good headspace for it and you just get everything done at a higher level. Right now, I am bulk batching my videos. So I'm recording 6 videos today. I've got an hour put aside to record some video, and I'm just doing that one thing. In fact, I started at probably 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. And I'm doing that right now because I'm in my best state when I wake up first thing. I wake up and I'm fresh. I'm ready to go. My mind is ready. I know exactly what I'm doing. I've got everything set up, ready to rock. Yesterday, I knew this is what I was going to do first thing. So my mind is in that state of mind. So I'm ready and focused from when I wake up in the morning to be able to step right into this particular activity. And yeah, my first video, it didn't go so good. It took me a few goes to warm up to it. But by the second, the third, the fourth, I'm just in a flow state. And that's what focus work is all about. Getting you into this focused state where you can get into flow. When you're in flow, everything is much easier. You just smash work out and you just get things going. Because every time you multitask, you switch from one activity to the next. Your brain will take 10 to 15 minutes to focus on that new activity. So then if you have to switch back to that activity again, it's going to take a whole lot more discipline and time to really get back to it. Another reason I got up early is because the gardeners get going and they start making a whole load of noise. It's what you can hear in the background. So I've got my focus work and my focus time. I'm going to get this done. What can you do and set some time aside for so that you can get something important done? If you do that, you will get so much more done every week. If you could spend 1 or 2 hours first thing in the morning or at night or whenever your sweet spot is, just focused on a particular outcome and absolutely hammer away at that, you are going to get 5 to 10 hours of high quality work done every single week. If this is for a personal life, that focused work could be just your gym time. It could be you and training, going to the gym, headphones in. It's like, no, it's me doing this. I'm training right now. Hey, you could be listening to an audiobook or something where you're getting some extra training going on at the same time. And now you're living two things where you are focused, getting a quality result in the time that you have put aside for yourself. Focused work is an absolute game changer. Something that I highly recommend, especially if you were a multitasker. So if you focus on the things that make the biggest difference and then outsource or eliminate other things, you're going to get way faster results, a much higher quality of work, and you're going to get far more out of the things that you enjoy. You're going to get to do more of the things you enjoy. You're going to be so much more productive that you can do more of the fun stuff because you've just saved yourself the time. Now, if you want to have the best year ever, grab my free Life Map program below, where I will coach you for 28 days to be productive, disciplined, build strong habits, and help get you from where you are now to where you want to be as fast as possible. Click the link below. I'll see you on the inside.